Hello again. This is Pastor Clark from Affiliate Marketing Solutions channel, and we talk about money, finance, tips, credit cards, things of that nature. And today I want to do a video on Capital One. My experience with Capital One. Cars and companies are not the same. Some have better rates than others. Some have a plethora of different cards, and I have quite a few myself. This is my card book. You can see I got a number of cards in there. Cards. Well, we won't look at the numbers or whatever, but there's a number of cards. And I have a little card book, and everyone does not report the same. Okay. Some the bureaus do not even report the same. I have, I'm saying, in excess of $50,000 worth of credit in one account. I mean, on one bureau, and then on another it's not the same, because as I said, they do not report the same. Everybody does not report the same. And if you know anything about credit, your scores are not even the same, because they don't all report the same information. But what I really wanted to talk about was the fact that the way they report, as opposed to what is as far as being charged interest. Okay, we're going to talk about interest charges, and it's very valuable information. I think it'd be very valuable. And my understanding of how it's charged was not what I was taught or thought to be. Let me explain what I'm saying. My understanding is, if you paid your credit card bill by not the statement date, but by the due date and every month, then you will not be charged interest the following month. Well, talking to Capital One, that's not actually the case. And let me explain what I'm saying by that. They said it had to be for 2 billing cycles. I always thought if you paid by the following billing cycle, there would not be any interest. And I know what I'm talking about because I've dealt with it personally, dealing with them. I have approximately 4 different credit cards with Capital One alone. Okay, so I've been dealing with them for a long time. But my thing is, you're trying to avoid interest, and so you pay your bill off every month. So with them, and what I talked to the agent and found out, in order to not be charged interest, you have to make sure that you pay your credit card in full at least 2 billing cycles. And if you want to, you can check with them on that, because I've checked with them on that multiple times. I call quite often when there is an issue. So I just want you to be aware of that, because when I first heard it, I was kind of, I don't say dumbfounded, but I was really kind of taken back by that, because that's not the way I thought it worked. So be careful when you dealing with Capital One on making sure that you have to pay interest on your credit cards. Because if you carry a balance and you carry a balance over, whatever that balance is, and it carries over, then they're going to start charging you interest on whatever that balance is, even if you pay it in full if it's a balance or previous balance. So I didn't know it worked like that. I thought as long as you paid your balance in full off every month, and that you would not be charged. But if you have balances from previous months and then you carry them over, they're going to still charge you. But the one thing I wanted to say about them is, they will work with you. I found Capital One to be quite well and flexible on if you figure that there's a problem, if you talk to them. Because I had got them to reverse a interest charge. An interest charge was approximately, I think it was like $39, $30, and I talked to them and explained to them what I thought, and then after the explanation, they went and then gave me a credit back to my account. So that's one thing I can say good about them. I would say that they're very good on doing that. The customer service since I've been with them, has been very good. I can say that that's better than I can say for a majority of the companies that I've been dealing with. I can't say that. They don't want to reverse charges. They don't want to give you, they don't show flexibility. And one is Citibank. I don't think they're very flexible at all. And I did a video, I think it was about almost a year ago, about how they cut rates. And in this market, it seems to be that that's a growing thing, is cutting rates, which it doesn't make any sense to me. If you have a customer and he's already struggling and you decide to cut the interest rates, what do you, I mean, not, I'm sorry, if you decide to cut their available credit, what are you going to think that's going to do to their credit score? It's going to tank their credit score. So it seems to be that they don't care. And I heard that they were trying to save from going into, a lot of people going into default for them. I can understand that. But on the same side, on the other side of that, what are you doing to your customers? And I guess where the market is, it's making it tough on a lot of people. So they're doing whatever they want to do. And I'm sure there's been others where rates have been cut. But what I can say about Capital One, as opposed to some of the other cards, they have not ever done that to me since I've been holding Capital One card, even though have held them for quite a while. And I'll give you an instance of two of the companies that have done it to me. And those two companies, once again, is Citibank and also American Express. Shocking, huh? American Express did it to me also. But I can say that the cut was not nearly as drastic as what it was from Citibank. Citibank cut my credit limit almost in half. And I was just totally upset about that because I was trying to get some things done. And then what they did was they ended up hurting my score, caused my score to drop around in excess of 30 points or so. And it seemed like they really don't care. So if you don't care about me, then why should I care about doing business with you? At this moment, I still have their cards, but in the future, I don't know if I'm going to keep the card. If I do, I'm going to try to pay it down. And when I pay it down, then I'll just hold them. They won't be a card that will be one of my primary cards. And there's another card that you will know really well, and that is Goldman Sachs, and that is the Apple Card. I want to do a video on that as well. This channel, it's about trying to get to the truth and telling you information. I'm working on, these days everything is, in video editing and a lot of those things and flashiness. But the one thing I want to say here, I try to get to the truth and make sure that I give you pertinent information. That's what this channel is all about. So I just want to kind of let you understand about Capital One, pros and cons, the goods, the bads, the things that I have over these many, many years of being with them that I have experienced. So that's what I have for now. I just want to share that with you. And if you have any similar comments, or you had anything that you would like to comment about Capital One or your experiences with Capital One, we would love to hear your comments. So you can get back to us, amen, and we'll love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And once again, if you have any comments, we would love to hear your comments on Capital One. Okay, that's what I have for now.